Hello everyone, my name is Anand and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be providing you 10 search engine optimization tips for your blog. Now these tips can be applicable for your website, whether it's an e-commerce website, a small business, medium or large scale. These tips can be applicable for any of the websites out there. So let's get started. The first and the most important strategy in terms of SEO is finding long tail keywords for your content. Now, I would like to start with this tip first because that's the fundamental strategy behind ranking your website or your blog. The reason being, the graph that you see over here is a pretty good illustration of how the conversion rate changes when you start targeting long tail keywords. So let me explain. On the x-axis you have conversion rate, and on the y-axis you have your search volume. When you are targeting a short tail keyword like tomato plant, obviously you will get a lot of search volume. That's around 22,000 searches per month, but the competition is going to be extremely high and the conversion rate is going to be low because it can be anyone searching for that kind of keyword. But as you go down the graph and when you start adding more keywords for your search term or your target phrase, for example, when to plant tomatoes, the search volume is going to go down, but your conversion rate is going to go high. And as you can see in this case, why are my tomato plants turning yellow? You are getting 390 searches per month, but your conversion rate is going to be extremely high. Now let's take an example when it comes to digital marketing, and that's my niche. So I want to give you an example of how the long tail versus short tail examples look like. So the long tail version can be if I want to write a blog post, then I can search or I can target voice search optimization techniques. Now that's a long tail keyword, and even though the search volume is going to be low to medium, it's a pretty good keyword that I can target and I can start ranking. The other example is automobile digital marketing strategy example. Now these are all long tail examples. Now if you want to take a look at short tail examples, the keyword can be voice search, digital marketing strategy, and again digital marketing strategy. So it's going to be extremely hard for me to rank for voice search because obviously there will be a ton of volume. There will be like thousands if not millions of blog posts on this topic, so my likelihood of ranking for that keyword is going to be extremely low. So the way you need to think about how to find these long tail keywords is to use a tool like SEMrush. Now I do like that tool a lot. I have added the link to the tool in my description, and if you sign up you will get a free access for like 7 days. But there is also a free tool called as Uber Suggest. So this is an example of long tail keyword automobile digital marketing strategy, around 20 searches per month, and the search difficulty is low. Basically you don't have to put in a lot of effort. Obviously the more effort you put, the higher the chances are in terms of ranking, but in the grand scheme of things, it is going to be less competitive to rank for this keyword. Now if you want to target something like digital marketing strategy, I would say it's a short tail keyword because it has a lot of volume. It's going to be hard because there's a ton of content out there targeting this keyword. So that's how I would use a keyword research tool like SEMrush in order to find out keyword volume and SEO ranking difficulty. So that's number one tip, which is targeting long tail keywords. Moving on, these are some of the on-page SEO tips that I would like to give. The first one is include your focus keyword in your title. Now this is extremely important because if you are targeting a keyword like voice search optimization techniques, definitely have that exact keyword in your title. Not just that, you need to include that focus keyword in your meta description and at the beginning of your content. So obviously when you start writing content in your body, make sure that you have that exact focus keyword at the very beginning, so that way you are making it very clear to Google's algorithm or to Google's crawler that that's the topic that you're talking about. So that's why it's important to have those keywords in your title, in your description, and at the beginning of your content, and also in your headers. So I'm sure you will break down your content into multiple sections. So add an H2 tag. Now keep in mind your H1 tag should always be your title, and your subheadings should be either H2 or H3. So make sure that you have your focus keyword in your header, and it would be nice to have in your URL as well. So those are some of the on-page SEO tips when it comes to adding the focus keyword on your page. Let's take an example. Actually, I have pulled in my blog over here, and uh, I think this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I do have a blog post on voice search optimization techniques. So as you can see, my blog is about 10 powerful voice search optimization techniques. So I do have that keyword voice search optimization techniques in my title, and then so that's the title. So I have the keyword. I also have it in my URL voice search optimization techniques, and then I also have voice search optimization techniques in my body. So that's how I'm trying to, oh yeah, in my header as well. So that's how you can try to optimize your content, so that way you have the focus keyword in and at the appropriate location, in order to make sure that you are ranking for that keyword. All right, so let's move on. The other thing is, try to add catchy title and meta description. Now, the reason I want to mention, having catchy title is the number one effect is it helps you to improve your click-through rate, and the more clicks you get for that particular link in your organic search results, it's going to give a good indication to Google, saying that it needs to rank that particular result higher than other results. So Google will automatically rank you higher, and you can start ranking for that particular keyword. So make sure that you have a catchy title, so that way, even if there are other blogs ranking for that exact focus keyword, your click-through rate goes high. And when your click-through rate goes high, it's a good indication to Google to rank your link higher than other competitors. The other tip I want to give you is, take a look at Google Search Console to find impression and click-through rate metrics. Now I want to show you how exactly you can do that. I have pulled up my webmaster tools, that's the Google Search Console, and for your website you can actually analyze how many impressions you're getting, what's your average click-through rate, and what's the total number of clicks. Now if let's say, for example, this is the keyword that you are trying to rank for, then you can click on that particular query. You can find the click-through rate that you're getting, you can find the total number of impressions that you're getting, and you can start making modifications. So Google Search Console is a fantastic tool to find out the impression, the click-through rate, and the number of clicks that you get organically, and then you can start making the appropriate changes. All right, moving on. The next step is, obviously you need to have a mobile first approach. Make sure that your website is mobile friendly, which means it's accessible on your laptop, but not just that, you can access your website on your smartphone, on your tablet, because Google is now mobile first indexing the website. So that's the mobile first approach. So make sure that you have a responsive layout, you install a pretty solid theme that is accessible from any device. So that's again an important way to start ranking for your website and making it mobile friendly. The other tip I want to share is improve your blog's page load speed. Again, there's a fantastic tool out there called as the Google Page Speed Insight. So all you have to do is add in the website URL. So if you have your own website, add in the website URL and then hit analyze, and it's going to show you how much your website is ranking in terms of the page speed inside, like how fast it is. And if you get a good score, which basically means you have a pretty fast loading website. Also, this tool is going to give you what are the elements that is slowing your website down, and then you can take necessary action. So Google is going to provide you like all the things that you can take in action, and how you can solve those issues and make your page load much faster. So Google Page Speed Insight is again a fantastic tool. All right, moving on. The next tip the other SEO tips that I want to provide is install an SSL certificate. Obviously, in today's world, it's extremely important to encrypt your connection. So have a HTTPS protocol, install an SSL certificate, so that way your website URL starts with HTTPS rather than HTTP. Submit your website sitemap to Google Search Console. It will help Google understand all the pages within your website and identify those pages, crawl it, index it, and start ranking better. The other tip is add images, videos, infographics, and animations to increase time spent on page. Again, quickly going back to my blog, I added a GIF over here. It's just a nice way to add more interactivity. So that way you have images, you have overlay text, you have parallax effect, you have a nice and clean, a page with interactive elements. So it's just a fantastic way to try to improve your user experience, increase your session duration, and pages per session. And those are all good indication to Google saying that the content is relevant, the content is of high quality, since people are spending more time on that page, and since you get low bounce rate. Those are all are going to give good indication to Google saying that it needs to rank that particular piece of content. And one last, actually one additional tip on that point: make sure to give credit to the appropriate source. So that way, if you are using images or videos from from other websites, definitely give appropriate credit. That's a good way to that's a moral way to promote your business and write content. So just keep in mind on giving credits. The fourth tip is add alt tags for images. So obviously, if you have images on your website, add appropriate captions and alt tags, so that way if someone is having a slow internet connection and if the image doesn't load, at least people can take a look at the alt tag and read what that image is about. Obviously, add internal links. Again, it gives a good way to form a topic cluster and helps Google understand what that topic is about. So add internal links. And if you are referring to any external sources, you can also link to external resources. So those are some of the SEO tips that you should consider when you are promoting your business and writing content. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you next time. Thank you.